First is our ingredient check. So we have ground beef, ground pork is in here. You could do just beef if you don't eat pork. And I have some onion, which I'm going to dice up, carrot. I don't know if I'll use both or just one. I'm going to aim for about equal amounts onion and carrot. Olive oil to brown, saute the vegetables in, and some red wine. This is a Chianti. You don't have to use wine, but all the alcohol will get cooked off. And then some tomato, which is over there. Peel off this outer layer. Trim the top off. I'm using a combination of claw and bridge, so my onion is all sliced through, but not all the way. I'm just going to back to there, and turning it perpendicular, and this. When it gets to this end, I can't hold on to it anymore. You flip it, and you kind of steam it out. Okay, this guy, much of it left. I'm going to put all of this onion in the bowl. I'll get the carrot ready so they can cook. I'm going to peel this carrot. You can also peel on the chopping board if you want to peel it along the carrot like that. Even if you don't have compost, I like to just have a little compost tub on the counter and I can throw it all away when I'm done. Of course, we do compost at the club and the garden, but my neighborhood does not have composting, unfortunately. Okay, now I could definitely dice this by hand, but it's a lot easier to grate and dice it into small pieces that I need for this review. And I'm using a large bowl, but I'm not going to use this on the larger side. If I use too small of a bowl, it will kind of puree and get sweet and juicy, and I still want that carrot. Now, graters are a dangerous kitchen item. So when you get close to the end and it's something that's yummy to eat raw and you have plenty of it, I would just go ahead and stop. I'm going to slice off that end now and just eat this part of the carrot so we don't worry about grating off our knuckles or fingers. If your fingers go in your mouth or touch your lips, make sure to wash your hands. Okay. All right, I'm going to do a healthy glug of oil in there because I have a lot of onion and carrots to cook. In go my onions. And my carrots. It's a great idea not to use your knife to scrape things off the chopping board. I know it's handy, but it is dangerous. So better to use your hand or a spatula. If you are using your knife, because okay, so our carrots and onions are pretty well sauteed now. They have been cooking for about 10 minutes. I did add some salt. Now, especially when you're first starting off, it's good to taste as you go along to see what the texture is like, what the flavor is like. Don't burn yourself. This is a wooden spoon, so the spoon itself is not going to burn me. It's a good idea maybe just to tap it off on a plate or chopping board, and I'm just going to see. I'm looking for soft, not crunchy, right? Really soft, maybe a little sweet. Also, that salt that I tasted, that I put on there, should definitely be present. It's a little salty. That's okay, because I'm about to add a lot of other ingredients. So I'm going to add a little more salt now. It's better to add the salt at the beginning of your recipe. But also keep in mind, you can always add more. It's really hard to get it out of there. Okay, so my carrots and onions are done. I'm going to add in the meat now. So I'm going to brown the pork first. I think it's probably fattier. This is from a deli counter, which is why it's wrapped up like this. I reuse a lot of plastic bags, but I'm not going to reuse one that had raw meat in it. This will go straight in the trash. Okay, I'm going to break this up into chunks. We want it all to brown. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and add the beef too. This is in a different kind of package. It's got a corner here that we separate and pull open. Hopefully, you can. Okay. Be really aware of what, if anything, is touching that raw meat. At this point, I'm also going to add in some rosemary. Now I should have fresh rosemary, but I don't. I think I used it. So I'm going to go ahead and add dry rosemary. Better than nothing here. If your pan handles are going to get a little hot, it is good to wear an oven mitt while you're stirring. So our meats, our pork and our beef have all browned. In the pan here is now kind of liquidy fat and all those cooked vegetables and brown meat. Next ingredient is going to be our wine, if you're using wine. If you're not using wine, you can skip straight to tomato sauce. Okay. About half a cup. And I am measuring this. Okay. Pouring that in. And I'm going to let that cook off. I want the liquid to reduce, letting that alcohol cook off, flavoring our sauce. Okay, our ragu is nearly ready for its tomato sauce. So I like to mix two different tomato products in making a ragu. One is whole tomatoes. So these are canned whole tomatoes. The only ingredients are peeled tomatoes and tomato puree. There it goes. I was thinking all in Italian. Italian peeled tomatoes. And then this is Italian strained tomatoes. Strained tomatoes are not cooked yet. They're just tomatoes that have been strained through a sieve, getting you the pulp without the skins and the seeds. Now, whenever I hand someone a can opener, they are usually pretty confident and then often struggle with it. There are so many different can opener styles out there, but this is a relatively common basic can opener. So you're looking for that blade. It's going to latch on to your can like so, and I'm going to squeeze until I hear a click. Pop. Now I'm going to, with my non-dominant hand, which for me is the left, keep those handles squeezed together, and that's really important so that it continues to cut as it goes around. And then twist this. You can twist it either way, but I always twist it clockwise. Making sure that it's still cutting. You're seeing juices come up around. There we go. It clicked as it went down. Now, the can opener we have at the Club Kitchen is super awesome, and it has a magnet here. Mine does not. So if you don't cut it all the way, sometimes it kind of stands up on end, which is clever. You want to be careful not to cut yourself on the edge of the can. And also try to avoid submerging the top of the can in the product. So one other good tip, which I didn't do this time, is to wash the top of the can before you open it, just in case you do submerge it. Okay, so our pork and beef and onions, carrots are all cooking back here. I do still see some liquid, but that's probably just the fat more than the wine. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in my tomato product and then let this simmer. The longer the better. I'll also add in some dry basil. And you can add a little bit of water. Just swirl that around so you get all your tomato. Don't waste it. The water will boil off. So you're adding a few seconds or minutes to your cooking time, but you're getting all that product you paid for.